So there is an amazing Terry Pratchett quote, which, to be honest, really sums up our social media age. And to be honest, it comes from a book he wrote called The Truth. Again, if you've never read a Discworld book, it is quite a good place to start. I would definitely recommend that being a good place to start. It is a really good entry into the Discworld series, and it also is pretty much standalone as well. So you don't have to have any prior knowledge or read any of the Discworld books. It's a good book to start with. But anyway, that's enough evangelizing about how good the Discworld series is. Of course, the quote itself was, um, "A lie can get halfway around the world before the truth can get its boots on." And we have seen this literally play out in the past 24 hours. Exactly. Thank you very much once again, to Elon Musk. Um, Instigated to spread this by, of course, right wing fake information, disinformation about a situation that went on in Birmingham. And as a result, um, this has now caused a lot of upset in the community and a lot of people in that area to be now quite concerned over fake information, over something that never happened. Now, I'm going to go over what is the truth of the situation, because the following part of the quote is: once the truth has got its boots on, it can catch up with the lie, and uh, I think it's like clip its ears like the other half of the way around or something like that. I can't remember the rest of the quote, but like I say, that first part of is I think sums up our social media age. But to say that book came out in like the early 2000s, Terry Pratchett was quite a visionary on what social media and communication might change our society in quite ways, in unpredictable ways we could never really envision. But anyway, enough about me saying how good Terry Pratchett was. Like I say, go read The Truth. It's a very good book. So we are going to cover this situation, and I do feel that it is the responsible thing for you know people like me who do these channels to sort of push back against this false type of information, because this is the exact same type of information we saw spread last year that led to riots and hotels and asylum seekers basically being threatened with murder and being burnt down. It caused riots. And yet, this is the exact same type of information that we see again, and of course, pushing for a change in government. Well, yeah, it's very worrying that this type of information gets spread. I think it is very coming quick time to really decide. Um, in the UK, should we um, be allowing Twitter to continue? If it is going to continue to spread this type of disinformation, at what point do we just say no more? Because it is very clear that Elon Musk is now allowing false information to be spread on his platform, basically under the guise of free speech, which is what a lot of these types who wanted to spread this type of information have been claiming for years. It's the tolerance paradox. But anyway, let's get into this article. This comes from the local Birmingham news site, Birmingham Live. Police say no trouble at Heartlands Hospital following teen stabbing. So, police have now investigated reports at Birmingham's Hartfield Hospital after a teenager was stabbed on Monday, February the 16th, and said that no disorder took place in the West Midlands. At the place, the West Midlands Force said yesterday, Sunday the 17th, that officers are now looking into reports of disorder involving a number of people at Birmingham Hospital, which is believed to be linked now to a stabbing incident. In a new statement now this afternoon, it said, "We know that no disorder had taken place at any hospital in Birmingham following the attack of a boy 16. He was knifed at Pretoria Road at Broadley Green at 3:30 p.m. on Saturday, the 15th of February, sparking what police officers later said was now false social media reports that ambulances were now being raided or unable to drop off patients at two Birmingham hospitals." So again, this is false information that is being spread. And it is good that we are seeing the pushback on this. However, I would like to have seen this pushback even more and really calling out those people who are spreading this false information. West Midlands also said that the images now on social media showing people carrying weapons were fake. The stabbing victim was now in a stable condition in hospital, while a 16-year-old boy had been arrested on suspicion now of an attempted murder remains in custody. The force said that the injured boy's relatives and other members of the community went to the hospital and were unaware, but understandably upset and concerned for his welfare. West Midlands Police new statement read in full, saying the following inquiries. We know now that no disorder took place at any hospital in Birmingham following the incident. We have confirmed this with officers and of those who were now in attendance, ambulance officials, and hospital staff who were also on duty at the time. After investigating, we found that the boy's family, along with the community members close to him, gathered at a hospital where they were understandably very upset and concerned for his welfare. There was no disorder, and any claims of any ambulances being raided or looted are untrue. While the images being shared on social media, which claim to show people carrying weapons at a hospital, are fake. The statement continued. Thankfully, of course, the boy's condition has improved and he is now stable. A spokesperson for the University Hospitals Birmingham, the NHS Trust, said that we've been now working closely with police and colleagues from the West Midlands, saying on Saturday regarding the allegations of disorder at our hospital, we would like to reassure people that our services have not been impacted and we are fully open. The images now accompanying the information being shared on social media depicting violence, weapons, and allegations of ambulance being raided are false. So not only there do you have Birmingham police coming out and saying this information being spread is false. These images are not true. You have the Birmingham NHS Trust coming out and saying none of this is true. Like those images are fake. There was no disruption to our services. No ambulance had been raided or looted or stopped from being dropping patients off. This is completely untrue. This is an attempt to, I believe, spread false information to try and once again start the kind of riots we saw last summer. And I think it is high time. Not only do we look at, as I said at the beginning, do we consider, is it worth keeping Twitter up for this amount of disinformation that is being spread? And do we now start to go after these false information spreaders? Do we now, as we did after we saw the false information being spread last summer, it was tracked down to a source in Pakistan. Should we now start tracking where this source came from? Because it wouldn't surprise me if this person is not in the UK that's spreading this. So, yeah. I say, please do. If you see anyone sharing, that false information, please do share them this video. It's a good way to sort of push back against this. I see you have Birmingham police coming out and saying, yeah, this statement not true. This incident that's being claimed that happened never happened. Yeah, again, taking advantage of a situation that happened. A very tragic situation of like I say, a 60-year-old boy being stabbed, being taken advantage of to now spread further, to spread further disinformation based on that event. This is bad. And shame on anyone who shared that. Shame on you. But as always, thank you very much for watching. And of course, as always, we'll see you all next time.